Hello, everybody. It's Brian. I'm not here right now, but I'm here virtually, at least recorded ahead of time. Welcome to the Handshake student overview. Some important things to remember is when a student logs into Handshake for the first time, they'll need to fill out terms and conditions. So let's log in. So we're going to log in with our NID information as a student normally would. And when they get to that homepage, let's say they try and apply for a job. Oh, an access restricted button pops up here. Well, a lot of the time students will call or email why they can't access jobs or interview schedules or appointments. Well, in order for students to have access to those areas in Handshake and the further use of the system, they need to first take a very vital step, which is to log in to their survey area and take the terms and conditions survey. So to instruct them to do that, the only things they need to do, and it's actually right here in the directions as you see on the screen in front of them, is they need to go to that survey area. So if we click back here and we click on Career Center first on the top right of the page, and then we slide over here to click on surveys in the middle right of the page. You're going to see, well, looks, there's a required survey for us to fill out, and it's called Student Terms and Conditions. And notice we will update these for each academic year. So right now we're in, obviously, the 2021 to 2022 academic year. And when we click on that survey, it'll have right in front of us the two statements that we have to agree to. So we understand the terms and conditions above, and we hereby represent and agree to the second one here. We click finish, and automatically we now have full access to Handshake. So let's say we go back right here by clicking on the Handshake symbol to the home page. We can then click on jobs and, well, what would you know? We have full access. We're able to go right to it and even look at these positions, maybe look at trying to apply to them. Obviously making sure that we've uploaded our documents and all the other needed pieces to fill out that full application. Now, let's take a closer look at a student's profile. So let's take a look at our profile. So we're going to click, we can click home, we can click a bunch of different ways, but let's click on our little initials over here on the right, and let's click on My Profile. So what's important to note here is the students do not have access to change their degree, school year, or even major, because the reason being is we have what's called a seamless sync with our student records or registers department. Every Wednesday or Friday morning, we pull in majors, GPAs, and class standings, especially if they've been updated since the previous sync. Now, usually those syncs take a little bit of time to do so. Let's say a student account was updated on a Monday. Well, keep in mind that that's not going to show up until at least the Wednesday sync goes through, and so forth and so on, depending on the time of week that it's happening. So student accounts, they begin as soon as the student begins their journey at UCF. So there are some issues though when information won't get updated on the sync. And in those cases, make sure that they follow up directly with me. So if that student has a unique issue where you're like, well, you know what, that major or that information hasn't updated in a while and we don't understand why. Well, make sure you forward that information directly to me and I'll work directly with that student to see what happens. Typically 9 out of 10 times, the reason why that information hasn't updated properly is because that student has blocked the ability for information to be shared from the student records account utilizing a feature within their FERPA guidelines and FERPA allowances. So in those cases, send them over to me. I'll take care of that, verbally work with that student to update that information that they're therefore approving for me to update. So that way we're following proper FERPA regulations. So why don't we take a step back here and head over to the Career Services account. Everyone, I hope you remember how to do that. And we can do that from our own end here by going to our initials over here on the right to click to switch users, and right there to our Career Services account. Now there's a really cool tool in a student profile. it is called the view as this user. So if we scroll down our page on this student's profile, we're going to see on the right here under actions, a very impressive tool that can be extremely helpful when working with students. So when we click on view as this user, it's going to bring us to the student's version, right where we just were, right? We were in the student's profile, but now we're doing it through our administrative account. And we're able to see the student information. We're able to walk them through how to apply for a job, how to look at the upcoming events. And we can even show them how to favorite or bookmark something that's coming up that they should take advantage of. Well, one final thing to remind you, when you're done utilizing this tool when you're working with a student, never forget this normal view button on the top right. We got to click on that to bring us back to where we started. Now, that about does it for this quick refresher on the student side of Handshake. I hope you all found this helpful and enjoy the great rest of your retreat today. Have a great day, and I wish you all a happy holiday season. Bye-bye.